Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. I'm going to break your internet. I'm not going to break your internet, but I am going to spin your heads around. Manchester United host Arsenal on Sunday. I'm going to do a combined 11 and it's an unbiased combined 11. I really haven't put bias into this. People will go, oh, he's been biased there because he's a United fan. I haven't been biased. In fact, there are a few Arsenal players in it. There's one. Now, there's more than one. You'll have to see who. We're also going to be previewing the Premier League weekend ahead, what games we're doing on That's Football as well. Lots to get into, and I'm very excited. It's well worth listening to this show today. But first of all, let me just say something else that's worth listening to. Top 11 is back to support That's Football, and I get to make a really exciting announcement. Top 11 2023 is here. There's a lot of special stuff happening for this launch season of Top 11 2023, including a new feature, giveaways and more. So let me read this out to you. This means that the great game, which I play for hours, I've mentioned it before, I've got it on my phone, I love it, it's my favourite manager game, just got even better. The added 3D means I can see my, quite frankly, world-class tactics come alive on the screen, making me feel more than ever like a real-life football manager that could take United back to the top like Erik ten Hag. The new 3D does not mean the game has changed though. Top 11 still allows me to have full control over the club, so I can decide not just how to train and develop my team, but I can also control my kit, how the stadium looks. I can even decide which type of toilets I want, so it's really detailed. There's also a 24/7 live transfer market in which you can bid for players. This is where you can build your team and take it to the next level. And as always, Top 11 remains a free to download and play mobile game. It's free to download on your phone. iOS, Android, all those. Finally, as nothing good should be done alone, Top 11 is a social game where you can take on your mates and other players from around the world in real time to find out who really has the skills to play the game. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the channel description or scan that QR code next to me. You can download it for free and get playing Top 11 2023. Fantastic. And I tell you what, hours and hours of fun. Give it a go. Right. Thanks to Top 11, they've sponsored a good one. It says it in the bottom left-hand corner. Who makes your combined 11? Get your comments in below. It's the Premier League preview with Mark Goldbridge on That's Football, and we're about to hit the Premier League preview. But we're going to start off with the biggest game of the season. I mean, it probably is the biggest game of the season so far, and it's top place Arsenal against Manchester United. My team. I said my team. It's my team, and they're back. Are they back? Well, we've lost the first two, but we've won the last three. So Arsenal have won their first five. The interesting thing is, if Man United win, they're 3 points behind Arsenal. So, you know, who's had a bad start? We had a bad start, but we lost two. We've won three. Arsenal are the real deal. I'm going to say it straight away. Arsenal are the real deal. They are title contenders as of now. They are. 5 games played, 5 games won. This is their first big test. They've got big tests to come, obviously, in September. I think they play at home to Liverpool and maybe Chelsea as well. I don't know. But, yeah, look, Arsenal are the real deal. I think the lack of a signing on transfer deadline day may be costly. I've always said if they lose a Jesus or a Saka, have they really got that quality beyond that? They bought well in the summer, but I think they were probably 1 or 2 away from that squad depth they need. But they've got a good first 11 that can compete with anybody. And I think they'll give United a game on Sunday. I've got a funny feeling it might be a draw, but we can't afford to lose. And if Arsenal lose, it, you know, obviously puts you know, a bit of barrier up to that potential title charge, which I think is unrealistic, but they've got to take the pressure. They've had a great start. And it's a pressure game for Arsenal, but it's also a pressure game for United, which is why I think it'll be a draw. But I'm taking Arsenal seriously. I watched them again against Villa in midweek, and they're a good side. They're a good side. I think they need to score more goals to put teams to bed. I think everybody, you know, Fulham 2-1, Villa 2-1. The game, I think it was Palace 2-1 as well. They are not putting teams to bed, and they need to learn to do that, which always gives teams a chance. But their character, their fluidity, they're working well, and I think that, you know, they deserve credit. But I'll go with a draw. But what I will do is I'll go with my combined 11, because that's what we came here for, isn't it? So my combined 11 for Manchester United and Arsenal. This is unbiased. Arsenal fans are going to lose their shit on some. Man United fans are going to lose theirs as well. I've done this from an unbiased point of view. There are some Arsenal players that get in over some United players that United fans might disagree with. And there's obviously going to be some that Arsenal fans disagree with because they're biased towards their club. So it'll be interesting to see what you get in your comments below. In goal, David De Gea. Loads of people will say Ramsdale because it's fashionable to go in on David De Gea. Ramsdale's not especially good at passing out from the back either. Ramsdale's a good shot stopper, but David De Gea made a fantastic save against Liverpool that nobody even bloody saw. They didn't even do a replay on Sky. He's kept 2 clean sheets doing very little. I mean, he made a good save from that free kick yesterday, but I actually don't think it was that difficult for him. But he looks good. He was one of our players of the year last year. For me, David De Gea is ahead of Aaron Ramsdale. David De Gea, it has been one of the world's best goalkeepers, and last year he was fantastic. So for me, David De Gea goes in goal. At right back, Delot. I'm sorry, Ben White's done a very good job at right back, but he ain't no right back. And Tomiyasu's only just coming back. We're talking about right here, right now, form, not anything else. I'm going to go with Delot at right back, and I'm comfortable to do it. And Arsenal fans won't like either of those, but I'm going to go David De Gea, Delot. Centre-backs, Varane has to be in there. I'm sorry, been very impressed with Saliba and Gabriel. They've done a good job. But Varane, and he's shown it in the last 3 games, we've conceded 1 goal in 3 games, and that was a bit of a jammy goal by Liverpool. That defence has been rock solid. Now, Arsenal defence has been good, but it's not been rock solid. So Varane has to go in for me. And then, look, I would quite happily go with the chat on the next one. I can't choose between Martinez and Saliba. I'm dropping Gabriel. He's done well, but I think he's got a mistake in him more than the other 3. But Saliba's been fantastic for Arsenal, and Martinez has been fantastic for Manchester United. So as a Man United fan, I'm going to put Martinez in, but I will concede there is no problem with putting Saliba in there. So I'm going to go Varane and Martinez because, again, I can't split those 2. I cannot. Saliba probably deserves to be in there, to be fair. Left back is Malacia for me. Tierney's not actually played all the games for Arsenal anyway, and I just think Malacia is better. So it's a Man United back 5 for me. It is. Arsenal fans are going to go mad. But remember, I would concede Saliba going into the team. I think he's been brilliant, but in the other positions, I'm very, very happy with that. So Man United back 5, but Saliba gets in really as well for Martinez. I can't really split it, but if you ask me, I'm going to go bias. Into the midfield, I don't care what anybody said. We've got one of the best CDMs in the world, and his name's Casemiro. He's got to be the holding midfielder, so I would go Casemiro. I would then go Eriksen next to him, because I think Eriksen's better than what Arsenal have got. He's been brilliant for us. There's no Arsenal players yet. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. Odegaard over Bruno. This is where I upset United fans. Odegaard over Bruno. And the reason I would go with that is because I feel that Odegaard is more consistent than Bruno in the last 6 months and has been better at the start of the season. Bruno's been okay for United. I think he's finding his way back. He had a very bad end to the season, but I would go with Odegaard over Bruno. So my midfield 3 would be Casemiro, Eriksen and Odegaard. Saka on the right-hand side. Anthony's not played a game yet, so I can't put him in. Yeah, I would put Saka in. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's been brilliant at the start of the season again for Arsenal. So Saka plays there. Jesus plays up front. Look, Ronaldo is more than good enough to compete with Jesus, but he's not been playing. Jesus has been an absolute revelation. And, you know, I've not been impressed. I don't think Rashford's been anywhere near Jesus in the last 2 games he's played. Martial's not played enough, so I think it would have been interesting if Ronaldo had scored a few goals, Ronaldo against Jesus, but I might still have gone with Jesus. The fact that Martial has been injured, Rashford's not really played that well up front, and Ronaldo's hardly played, you've got to go with Jesus. And then on the left-hand side, it's a real, it's a difficult one for me because I would like to put Sancho there, but I'm actually going to go with Martinelli because I think he's been brilliant for Arsenal in the opening stages. So, you know, I think there's a lot of Arsenal fans that will watch this and go, I'm not happy with that. He's got a Man United back 5. He's got a Man United back 5. But I would agree Saliba deserves to be in there, but I'm just going to be biased and put Martinez. But I've got an Arsenal front 4. Like, I've gone Odegaard, Saka, Jesus and Martinelli. So there's your bias. There's your bias for you. So my team is De Gea, Delot, Varane, Martinez or Saliba, take your pick. I'd go Martinez, but really I understand why you go Saliba. Malacia at left back. Again, I think Arsenal fans would want. Yeah, but look, it's up to you what you go with. So that's my back 5, Man United players. Casemiro, Eriksen, and then I'd go Arsenal's 4 as well. So effectively, it's 4 Arsenal players against 7 United players. But to be fair, Saliba's sort of, you know, it could be 5. It could be 5, 6. Some people would say, how can you say that? Because Arsenal are top of the league. But United's defence in the last 3 games is unbelievable. And I don't know whether Arsenal fans have been watching United the last 3 games, but it's been watertight. So effectively, The defence is United's. The attack is Arsenal's. And then in the midfield, I've got to put Odegaard in. And I just feel that Casemiro and Eriksen are better than what Arsenal have got at the moment. Which, look, Lokonga played well, didn't he? Xhaka's done very well. But I would always go Casemiro and Eriksen over those two. So, look, I think Arsenal fans would probably put 8 Arsenal players in. Maybe some United fans would put 8 United players in. But I think I'm very happy with that. And I'm interested to see what your opinions are on yours as well. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. And I think it's completely unbiased. I could have fitted Sancho in up front. I could have gone with my Ronaldo bias. But realistically, I think it's very difficult not to go with Martinelli, Jesus, Saka and Odegaard as your front four. I think they are... That's where United are struggling at the moment. United are not firing on the attack. Defence is very good. The attack isn't. I actually think if you combined United's defence at the moment with Arsenal's attack and then merge the two midfields, you'd have a very, very good side. So maybe that's a hint of why it might be a draw on Sunday, because Arsenal are away and their best thing is their attack. Man United are at home and their best thing is defence, so maybe it just cancels each other out. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to go a draw with that one. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the Premier League fixtures because we've got a big weekend. It kicks off with Everton against Liverpool tomorrow lunchtime. That's our first watch along on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and tune in. I'm going to go with a Liverpool win against Everton. They can't score goals and Liverpool can, so I fancy Liverpool to win that, maybe 2-0. Brentford Leeds at 3 o'clock. Actually, I'll start with Chelsea West Ham at 3 o'clock because we're doing 12:30 Everton Liverpool, and then we're going to go live again at 3 o'clock for the 3 o'clock games, and we'll be covering Chelsea West Ham. That's at 3 o'clock. West Ham have got 4 points from 15. They can't afford to lose any more games, but neither can Chelsea. I mean, I think this has probably got a draw written all over it, but really, I think Chelsea will win because they need to. They've got to win this game, Chelsea, and they're so inconsistent, they probably will. So I'm going to go with a Chelsea 3-1 win. Brentford play Leeds. Very difficult game to predict. Brentford, you can't write Brentford off, but Leeds... probably need a win, Leeds. So I would say that'll probably be a draw, 1-1. Newcastle at home to Crystal Palace. Look, Palace are much improved and Newcastle were really unlucky at Anfield, really. So close to getting a good point. So I'd say that will probably be a home win, Newcastle 2-1. Forest against Bournemouth. This is the game Forest have been waiting for. They've had a difficult week. Obviously got beat by Southampton, got smashed by Man City. But these are the games with their 59 signings that they've got to win to stay up. And I think they will. I think these are the sort of games where Forest's transfer window is going to help them against the lesser teams. So I fancy them to win. I think they might win this 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0 against Bournemouth. Spurs against Fulham, another big game. Spurs need to win this after drawing against West Ham. They've got to win their home games. Fulham, fantastic win for Fulham against Brighton midweek. They're more than capable of getting a point here. Bit of a London derby going on, but I fancy Tottenham to win that. I'm going to go 2-1 to Tottenham. And then Wolves against Southampton at 3 o'clock. Again, bit of a dull game really, isn't it? Wolves can't score goals. Southampton have been a bit better recently. Great win against Chelsea. I'd probably say 1-1 in that one. Villa Man City. I mean, it's surely Gerrard's last game. He's got to be removed if he loses this one. They'd have 3 points from 18 if they lose to Man City, and they will lose to Man City. I think it could be as much as 4-1. So I'm going to go 4-1 to Man City, even though they're away. Brighton, Leicester on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Look, Brighton lost against Fulham. They're a very good team. Leicester, look, were better against United last night, but I'd still fancy Brighton to win that 2-0. And Man United Arsenal completes the weekend before we go into the Champions League week and the Europa League week. I'm going to go 1-1 with Man United and Arsenal. So get your comments in below. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Combined 11 and Premier League preview. Don't forget to check out Top 11 2023. It's free to play. You can download it and get involved in the management game where you can be the boss. Really, really good game. Check it out and I'll speak to you all soon. Don't forget tomorrow for the watch-alongs as well.